Hi guys, today we're going to import a actual physical object into SolidWorks program and create a CAD file of this object. So the first thing that you all want to do is to make sure that you have the correct equipment. So in this case, you're going to need some sort of lab notebook or notebook with you write all the dimension or the measurement that you need for you to CAD the object itself. Then you need a caliper, you need a pen. Probably you want a pen with a different color for one is going to be for drawing the actual object down, and the other one is for writing down the measurement number. So let's begin. So I already pre-drew this picture of the object that we are CADing today. So the first thing you should do is to always look at your object and determine the overall form factor of the part. So in this case, if you lay down, this is the overall shape of the object itself. So just draw a diagram of it. Now, we're going to use a caliper to determine some of the key dimension of the part. Say, this top part right here. So turn on the caliper. In this case, we're using millimeter, but you can use other unit format you want to. So the cylinder I want to join is 4.86. So we're going to write down that value here. 4.86 millimeter. All the way right to the unit, just so you don't forget. Now we're going to measure the height of it. Right, and that is about 3.82. So let's write down it right here. It's going to be 3.82 millimeter. Next is the overall profile of the piece. So that's 1077. So here it's 1077. Now when you look closely, you see a ring in there. So let's measure that ring right here on top. At about 9.6. So 9.67 millimeter. Then the inner hole, that's about 3.34. So 3.34 millimeter. Next, since the bottom is about the same, right? So since they are in symmetry, I mean they would have the same measurement. It's going to be 3.8 millimeter and 4.8 millimeter. Now you flip around, you can get the overall dimension at the bottom bit of it, which is in this case going to be 6.4 millimeter. Next, we'll go on this end. So when you measure, you don't have to be super accurate. You have some room for error. That is understandably okay. So it's going to be 11.25. 11.25 is there. And the height of this guy is going to be 4.4. So 4.4 millimeter. Now let's get the thickness of the piece, which is going to be 5.21. 5.21 millimeter. So let's get the thickness of the center ring right here. Right. So that's going to be about 1.42 millimeter. Now let's get the overall length of the object. That is 24.95. 24.95 millimeter. Now let's look in closely for the feature. And when you are doing the part that you're getting the dimension of the piece, think about how you're gonna CAD it when you're in SolidWorks. So notice how this hole right here, the position is relatively center, but you need to also figure out how far away from the edge, which is 1.82 millimeter. And now let's look closer to it. Notice how there's a curve right here with a straight down line and a sort of a curve in this end. So that means that instead of us simply make the curve itself, you can use fillet to make this curve. So that means it can be a straight line when we create the overall shape, and then at the end we would fillet out the curve to create the curve here. Now let's move on to the next step, which is Cactus on a SolidWorks program. Hey guys, now we're going to CAD the model that we have just collected the dimension using the caliper. So hit New, select part, then make sure that we have millimeter per unit. For the front plane, right click on it, select sketch, you can sketch on the front plane. Click S to open this toolbar. Select the rectangle creation tool from the center. create the rectangle. Hit S, click on Smart Dimension tool, change the dimension to 10.77, and the length is 24.95. Now select, exit the Smart Dimension tool, select all the line and change it to construction line by double click on the for construction under option. Confirm your changes. Notice how all the line now is a construction line. All is dashed line, no solid line. Now let's select the line tool, draw line down and on side. Exit the tool, select S to get the Smart Dimension tool. Change to 4.4 millimeter. This is 11.24 millimeter. Get the line tool, draw this. Change this length to be 8.1 millimeter. Get a line tool, connect this 2 point. Now exit the sketch. Make sure you're selecting the sketch. Go to feature, select the extruded box tool. Then the thickness of this part is going to be 5 point. Change the thickness of it. It's going to be 5.1 millimeter. Let's confirm. Now we have this. Let's now create a where we're gonna insert the cylinder. So we're going to create a sketch on the top surface of this object. So right click on it, select sketch, create a sketch, hit tab, and select the straight. Now we're going to hit S, get the construction line, locate the midpoint of this line right here, create a construction line right there. Hit S, create another construction line for this one. Smart Dimension tool, select that line, get this point to that point. That is 8.9 millimeter. So that's the S of the cylinder. And let's create a circle from the line. Get the Smart Dimension tool and change that to be 1.2 millimeter. Select that, select this dot right here, import the option. Then exit the sketch, select sketch tool, do extrude, cut, change the option to block. Okay, over there. Now use the fillet tool to curve the side. So we're going to activate that similar to seem to be fairly limited. Now let's create. Let's get on top here. Right click sketch. So select sketch, hit the space key to get this view of the object. Now again, let's get a construction line. Go to the line tool, select center line, construction line, find the midpoint, draw a line across it, and get out the line. Now let's draw a construction line. Get down the line, select the Smart Dimension, select the point and the end point, and change that to 17 point. Now, select a circle, draw the circle, change the diameter of the circle to be 4.8 millimeter. With the Smart Dimension tool, select the circle that we just drew, hold down Shift, select that point, and then select the option coincident. Exit it out, and exit the sketch. Now select under feature the extruded bar. Now we want to extrude that to all the way upward to be 3.82 millimeter. Now under the same level, select the direction tool. So we have to extrude upward at 3.82 millimeter. We want to extrude the same for the bottom end, but we have to count the solid body of this object. So for the other opposite direction of extrusion, let's change that to be 3.82 millimeter plus 10.77 millimeter, just like that. Next, we can create the ring on this plate. Right click on it, select sketch, hit the S key, and select the circle creation tool. Draw a circle on it, and then exit out the tool. Hit the space key to get up to this view. Change the diameter of the circle using Smart Dimension tool. That is 9.6 millimeter. Into this. Then Smart Dimension with respect to this line. Going to be 5. Actually going to be 5.2 millimeter. With respect to the other line, going to be 5.2 millimeter. Now exit. Then under features, select extrude fast. Change the depth is 21.4 millimeter. Click select. Commit. Select sketch, so it's going to sketch on this surface. Select the rectangle creation tool. Hit the select key to get the proper place. Select the edge. Go under sketch tab. Select the convert entity tool. Convert that edge of the circle to be a sketch on top of our circle, or actual line on top of the sketch. Now convert that circle to a construction line circle. Then hit S to get the circle. Then diameter, to change the diameter of the piece, which is 3.3 millimeter. Exit the sketch. Under feature, select extruded cut. Under direction 1, select the option draw. Cut all the way through. Just single impression. Now let's use the freelay feature. Reroute the edge. Change to 4. Zero sketch. Reroute the edge. Change it to 4.5. 4.5. Again. Need cut with a circle. So hit the space key. Select the inner circle. Convert it to an entity, which is a line. Select that circle, solid line, and change it to a construction line under option. Confirm the option. Zoom in at a construction line. Now, select S and draw a circle on it. Change the diameter to be 8 millimeter. Exit out. Select extrude cut. And the extrude cut going to be 5 millimeter. So now you have just created the part. Thank you for listening.